Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 11:32 in the morning. I'm still not quite totally awake. I got to bed late, and I'll explain that in a minute. It's also January 14th, 2021. Tomorrow is January 15th. And the day after that is Saturday, January 16th. What does that have to do with anything? It has to do with one very singularly important thing. Saturday, supposedly, now I had varying different reports, but I did a lot of double, triple, and quadruple checking on things, and the FBI report is factual. It did take place. I had to contact somebody I've not spoken with in 2 years, something like that. And she was an old instructor of mine at OCPD, and now she's a high muckety muck in the FBI. I won't say which state she works in. It's not Oklahoma. But she apprised me of the fact that, yeah, tomorrow they are looking at attacks on all 50 state capitals. Hang on a second. Oh, allergies are off scale today. And that's what took me so long to get on here this morning. The first thing I did when I got to my office after writing down the numbers is I contacted this individual. That's one verification of this. I have two others I won't go into. But supposedly there's supposed to be nationwide turmoil on Saturday. So that means tomorrow, when my sons are off work, we're going to fuel all the vehicles, including my van, which ought to be interesting, because that sucker drinks gas. But it's hell for stout, and will go anywhere I need to go. We're going to fill Nana's Expedition, Benji's car, Nick's Suburban, my van. We're going to fill the generator. We're going to make sure that all the loose gas cans have fuel in them. To do that, to do the last, we're probably going to have to go ahead and take the, I don't think I'll have to take the bench seat out. We can just put the gas cans in the side door, and my son and I will drive to a gas station and fill stuff up. I have a friend named Jeffrey Gonzalez, does a show on Facebook called Paranormal Central. I've known Jeff for a long time. I've known him since before he got into Bigfoot research and things of that ilk. He used to be a keyboard player and singer in a boy band, and I honestly cannot remember which one it is. And it was a famous one. I picked my brain last night and I couldn't remember. I thought it was NSYNC, but no, it wasn't. It was one of those type boy bands. Jeff is a good guy. He's got a little shed out behind his house in Sacramento, California. I think that's where he lives. And he has him a studio he set up back there. It's kind of like mine that I've got here, but his is nicer looking. Mine's in a building that my sons and I built, attached to a storage building that we use for a shop, and past that is my son's little office he built, and through that wall there's a chicken coop. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with anything I know, but I was just explaining for first-time viewers what goes on here. Yesterday, I made a statement, and I'll reiterate it. I don't think anybody's going to be able to do anything in Oklahoma City. I used to work up there. I know a lot of folks in law enforcement up there. It's just not going to happen. Oklahoma City Police Department is the best trained police department in the United States, period. Norman, Oklahoma has a good police department. Moore, Oklahoma has a good police department. Edmond, Oklahoma. All these towns around there, they're well-trained professionals, and they're not going to let anything happen. And then you've got the National Guard headquarters up there. They're not going to let anything happen. And you got the fast teams from Tinker Air Force Base, which are special forces. They're not going to let anything happen. Nobody's going to run roughshod over Oklahoma City. It's not going to happen. So, Mom, John, y'all rest easy. Now, I've had differing viewpoints expressed to me that they're going to shut down the national power grid. Well, we're going to fuel everything up just in case, but I really don't think that's going to happen. Now, I'm going to voice something that may get taken down by YouTube. They did one on Doug TeNapel. They've done it 2 or 3 times to me over the last few years. I've had several people, and I've had my phone messages and my Facebook messages just get burned up over the last few days, wanting to know what's going to happen and what they should worry about. And, you know, I've made a statement twice on Facebook: rest easy. Remember that God is large and in charge. And I mean that statement with every fiber of my being. Just cleave to your Creator. Hold close your loved ones. Now, Mom, John, Michael, Paul, Mom and John especially, if they do shut down the national power grid and there is no juice, you won't be able to call me. So tomorrow you need to, on Facebook, send me information as how to find where you live in case I have to come get you. Now, why wouldn't you be? Well, a cell phone, I can charge it off a car battery. No, you can't. You could do that. Your cell phones, if they shut down the national power grid, which some are saying they're going to, you won't have cell phone service. You just won't. Why? Because the translation and transfer towers, the transponder towers, if there's no electricity, those go down too. Your phone doesn't go directly to a satellite, folks. The way a cell phone works is the satellite sends a signal down and radio towers broadcast everything. Now, if we had a means to do it, we might possibly be able to get internet at our house simply because Arbuckle Communications could use generators. They have a huge radio tower that they actually receive a signal from a satellite on, and then they broadcast it everywhere. However, that's highly doubtful too. So you're basically going to be in the dark, folks. Yeah. I would suggest, if you can, go buy extra batteries, go buy extra canned goods. We're going to do that. We've got a generator that'll power up and make sure that our freezer stays frozen. Excuse me, the freezer and the refrigerator. I should have, prior to this, bought a second generator, and I didn't. Now, do I believe that all this doom and gloom everybody's saying? No. It's a toss of the coin whether some of it's going to happen, some of it isn't. I don't know. What I can tell you, find a way to keep warm. You know, they've got these little clay pot burning candle, heating up metal heaters that are supposed to heat a room. I've never tried it. If they have some of those little pots for sale at Walmart, I might try it and see if it actually works. We've got an alternative heat source. It's propane on a 20-gallon propane tanks, or 10-gallon, whatever they are, to heat a mister heater. Gotta have to find all that in case we need it. The weather's not been real bad here. Actually, it's been pretty good. Farther north, it gets colder. Farther south, it gets warmer. Long and short of what I'm saying is this. You know just as much about what is going to happen as I do if you pay attention. Verify your sources. Don't just take someone's word for it. If you've got a cell phone that's got internet service, do a cursory search. Go to Yahoo, try that. Go to Bing, try that. Go to DuckDuckGo, try that. You can use Google, but Google is very slanted. That was a pecan hitting my roof. It wasn't a gunshot. That's pretty much it for today, folks. I'm tired. I love you and God bless you. I mean that. And as always, be kind. Bye.